You don't have to say you love me. I just wanna tell you something. Lately you've been on my mind. Honey, I will walk the fire for you, just to meet you. Honey, I will walk the fire for you, just to meet you. That is the only thing I ever do.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Sujati. I am a mezzo-soprano / alto. I've been working with Victor since I was 6 years old. He was my first voice teacher, and I'm 16 now, so I guess I've been singing with him for like 10 years now. Oh my god. Some techniques that I've learned with Victor was breath control, definitely working on my chest and head voice and getting those to blend to create this mixed voice tone. I think we focused a lot on that, especially singing within my passaggio. We worked on that a lot. The type of music I sing is usually pop and some R&B a little bit, neo soul. I love that. I think Victor really helped me develop my kind of style. Was when I was little, we did a lot of different genres of music. I mean, we did pop, but we also did old soul funk music, as well as, some jazz, classical, musical theater. So we kind of touched all these different bases, which I think really helped me learn what I like and kind of just experimenting from different genres and incorporating it into different, projects I was working on. My favorite song that I sang with Victor was probably It's Man's World by James Brown. I remember when he first gave me the song, I didn't know what was happening, and it was really, really hard for me to get the material. But, he really helped me through it. We kind of broke it down piece by piece, line by line, and it was really helpful. I think some of the best things about Victor is that he is never condescending as a vocal coach. I think he's really good with kids and that the developing stages within someone's musical career. I think Victor is a really big mentor. Not only is he just a vocal coach who helps you with, technique and things like that, but he also really cares for his students. You can tell that he puts a lot of care into his work and into the people that he teaches.
So let's rewind a couple of seconds, try your best to forget. Let's pretend before you slapped me you thought it through. Before I said fuck you, let's pretend we assessed that we'd make a mess and avoided the spill. What if we acted like grown-ups? Let's go back last year in September, things were easier then. I swear I'll always remember those first few nights, making love under moonlight and learning the ropes. It's still so much hope that we get it alright, and I tried to tell you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Doyle. I'm a singer and my voice part is a tenor. I studied with Victor for about 7 or 8 years, I think. Victor and I worked on pretty much everything. When it came to technique, we worked on breath support, finding different registers of my voice, chest voice, head voice, how to transition between them. And I was with Victor when my voice was changing too, so we were going through that whole experience together and navigating that journey. We also worked on scales and ear training, sight singing, some music theory, and then we also worked on like the delivery of the song and singing through phrases and vocal gymnastics like melismas and vocal runs, and also how to emotionally connect to a song and deliver a song and make the listener feel something. We spent a lot of time working on that part of it because that is just as important as the technique. Victor would always say, like, that it's important to feel what you're singing and to convey that to who you're singing to, or else the technique kind of means nothing if you're not feeling anything. So we worked on everything. So I sing musical theater, pop music, and a little bit of classical music too. And I worked on all these things with Victor. Primarily pop music with Victor. I really got a lot of my training in the pop music world with Victor. But we also worked on musical theater and some classical. And all are very different, but are fundamentally the same. And it was interesting exploring the different genres and seeing where the overlaps were. And ultimately growing in all different styles of music and finding which styles I connected to the most. And ultimately I now am, and when I was with Victor, I was also writing songs and making my own music. So definitely being able to explore different styles really influenced the style of music that I create on my own. Now it's definitely pop music, but it has, theater elements, and it's emotionally based, and I really I'm comfortable, and I know my voice because of all the extensive training that I did with Victor. So I really feel like I know where my voice sounds the strongest and what parts of my voice I want to highlight when I write music. So it all was helping in all those different genres, but at the same time helping for the music I was going to create in the future, which is now is the future. I think my favorite song that I worked on in my lessons with Victor was when I was a 9-year-old. I think I was 9, and I wanted to sing all the divas. I wanted to sing Celine and Mariah and Christina Aguilera. So we went through the entire repertoire. My Heart Will Go On, Hero, Beautiful. But I think Beautiful was my favorite one that I've sung with him and that I worked on with him. And My Heart Will Go On. I mean, classic. Ultimately, Victor was not just a voice teacher to me. He was a mentor and is a mentor. He taught me so much of the technique and of the foundation of everything I know now. But on top of that, he really mentored me creatively and encouraged me and constantly pushed me to be the best that I can be, even at such a young age. And he really believed in me when I was young, and really fostered what I brought to him when I was an 8-year-old, and kind of turned me into something I never could have even dreamed on my own. So I'm super grateful. Victor is still a part of my life, still check in all the time, and is still sending me positivity and encouragement, and continues to push me to strive to be the greatest human and artist that I can be. And I really feel like it's such an important relationship that we have with each other, and I'm really so grateful for everything Victor has given me.
Show you I can make you smile. You're gonna forget all your doubts. You lit a spark in the flames, they got so high. You got me burning up just like a wildfire. You had the heat, baby, I just cannot fight. You got me burning up just like a wildfire. Smoke swirling in me.
Hello, my name is Zoe Bruce. I'm a vocalist. My voice type is mezzo-soprano, and I'm currently a student at Berklee College of Music in my sophomore year. I took 7 years of voice lessons with Victor before Berklee, and he taught me techniques such as supported breathing, healthy belting, head voice singing, and melismas. I generally sing pop and R&B, but I do some world music as well, and Victor helped me find my style by teaching me the proper techniques through songs that I wanted to learn, which helped me learn how to sing in the genres I want to be associated with, but he also opened my mind to new genres that I wouldn't have chosen for myself, which helped me have a huge diversity in my repertoire. I think my favorite piece we worked on was my Berklee audition piece, which is called Brazilian Soul, and it's a modern bossa nova piece. And Victor mentored me in my journey as a musical artist by giving me songwriting advice, being overall supportive, and helping me find my sound. Thank you.
Non in niente mio Hi, my name is Justin Baptista. I'm a vocalist, baritone, and I'm currently studying at NYU Steinhardt in the graduate program for classical voice. Victor was technically my second teacher. He really has done a lot for me in the time period that I was able to sing with him, for him. Helped me definitely through puberty, that's for sure. Puberty singing was not fun. And yeah, I've really wanted to say thanks for all the good stuff he's given me, all the good lessons, all the time he's like helped me out. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be where I'm at today if it wasn't for him. And he gave me like some very good repertoire, helped me get into more singing, because honestly I didn't really think I was going to go down this path, being thinking I was going to be a swimmer, and then now I'm a grad student at NYU. Who would have known? I really do appreciate the groundwork that you gave with me, at least going through proper breath, repertoire, getting me just into some music when it was Josh Groban, Michael Bublé at the time, and then now looking at things, well, Rossini, more German, French, a lot of those things now, and he really did help give me some good groundwork for that. And thank you, Vic. I really would not be where I am today if it wasn't for you giving me some of the groundwork and for really who I am today. Thank you.
Nights in your dad's backyard, in his car that you borrowed. Something about you felt so far away. So say it, baby, just say it. Let it off your chest. Been waiting, you know I've been waiting. Don't you worry, you won't burn me. You won't burn me. Don't you worry, you won't burn me.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Harry Egan. I am a graduate of Berklee College of Music, class of 2020. So just graduated. I have a degree in professional music with a focus on contemporary writing and production and songwriting. And I am a baritone. That's my vocal type, kind of reaching towards tenor. But I'm very excited to be talking about Victor Cervantes and everything that he's kind of taught me. So I actually have been taking lessons from Victor since I was 12 years old, and went all the way up until I went to college, with a few times when I came back home to learn from him. So I'm going to say about 10 years. I'm 22 now. He's still teaching me things. The biggest like techniques that I really learned from Victor that have really changed the way that I sing, especially when I was going through my own personal like voice change at 17, when I went from being almost an alto to like a baritone in like the span of a few weeks, was breath support was the biggest one. Learning that like I actually could control my vocal range, I could control how long I could sing, and I could prepare singing. I think that's the biggest thing about singing, is it's this idea that you can sing or you can't, but it's actually so much deeper than that. There's breath control, there's support, there's training that you can do. And I think that I really learned all that from Victor, which was really exciting. And I still talk about breath control when I'm like doing vocals now. I work as a songwriter and a producer, and when people come over to record vocals, I'm always talking about breath control. It's really changed my life. So as a singer, I do a lot of pop and like indie rock kind of music, and it's also what I write a lot and produce. So that's kind of like the biggest thing that I did. And I think like finding my style with Victor really was through Victor having me sing almost every single style. I mean, we did everything. We started off with musical theater songs, and we went into pop music, we went into classical music, we went into opera, and then we went back to musical theater. It was just like really exciting. We did a little bit of jazz. And I think like it kind of allowed me to see like that every single style of music you need training for, which is kind of exciting. It shows that if you do the work, you can really sing everything that you want to sing. But I personally just have an absolute love for pop music. It's just like my favorite thing in the world. So that's kind of what I personally focused on and what I focus on in my songwriting and my production. But I think the thing about Victor is that he just makes you feel really supported while you're learning, which is really cool. Like, no matter what stage you're at, the first day I ever had a lesson with Victor and I couldn't sing in key, like, he doesn't ever make you feel like we have a long way to go or anything like that. He just makes you feel exciting about the process. So that's what I have to say about my voice lessons with Victor Cervantes. Thank you.
When the new year's here, it's much too late, my dear. Make a feeble resolution, waiting still for the solution. Last time was a silly mistake.
Hi, my name's Tulio Martinez. I'm a baritone and sometimes a tenor, maybe. Um, I'm going to University of Oregon right now, and I was learning under Victor for like around 7 years. And I'd like to think I learned a lot in that time. I don't think I really started getting into technique until like 3 years into those 7 years. But once I did, I think I improved a lot. The way that I use my breath to sustain notes, like taking breaths before notes, was something that I struggled with for a while for some reason. I started to get a lot more into rock, like classic rock music, when I was in Victor's chorus. So I learned a lot about like mixed voice and head voice because it kind of helped me sing the kind of things that I was wanting to sing at the time. And in general, I think I learned how to use technique to keep my voice healthier and to keep it to keep as much range as possible as I got older. So relaxing the larynx and mixed voice and head voice, like I said. And I don't sing as much hard rock, old rock anymore, like Led Zeppelin, Rush, that kind of stuff. I do enjoy that music still. And I think that my preferred genres of writing and singing are still pretty heavily influenced by rock. And so, like I said before, I think that the lessons with Victor really helped me be able to sing the kind of songs that I wanted to be singing and write the kind of songs that I wanted to be singing. And at the same time, I was learning good technique, but I could also it also helped me know when I was using bad technique, which for the kind of stuff that I sing sometimes can just sound kind of cool every once in a while. So yeah, pretty heavily influenced by rock. And I think one of my favorite songs that I did when I was working with Victor was Superstition with Stevie Wonder. I was going to audition for this art school in San Francisco called SOTA, which I ultimately decided I didn't want to do, but I enjoyed doing that song a lot because I think it helped me expand my range and also gave me some experience with trying different vocal runs, um, and switching in between chest, mixed voice, and head voice like pretty quickly. Which is I don't use vocal runs like a lot in the kind of music that I write and I sing, and there's not a lot of it in the music that I listen to. But it was a nice change of pace, and I think it was a good experience, um, that helped me in the long run. Um, and I think in general, besides helping me with my technique and allowing me to continue to sing safely and properly, um, being in a chorus with Victor and taking lessons, vocal lessons under Victor, just helped me. It helped me keep my passion for music and for singing, and I think that I went through just about every stage of musical interest and that I'll maybe ever go through while I was under Victor, and I think it helped me a lot to become the I I don't know music enthusiast and artist that I am today. So yeah, thanks, Victor.
I can see no way. I'm always dragging that horse around. Our love is pastured such a mournful sound. Tonight I'm gonna bury that horse in the ground. 'Cause I like to keep my issues round. It's always darkest before the dawn. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Whoa, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Whoa, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake him off. Whoa.
When I see somebody like you who is trying to define your own individuality is extremely exciting to me, especially when that creativity can be channeled through music. And I like not knowing if you were serious or not. I like the stories and the stuff because it kept me off balance, but not so much to take me out of the moment. I think you are really talented.
Bold and fearless.
Yeah.
That's what you are. And I like those qualities. So I'm going to say yes.
Me too.
I'm gonna say yes too, baby doll.
I'm going to Hollywood. Keep that temper right and I'm coming right on the rim. Hit me with a hot knot and watch me bounce. Knock me out with music and great amounts. Let that beat wave. We're gonna have a heat wave. Hit me, oh yeah. Hit me with a hot knot. Hit me with a hot knot and watch me bounce.
Hi, my name is Catherine. I am a singer, I am a mezzo-soprano, and I took lessons with Victor starting when I was 11. So I've known him for 11 years now, and I worked with him all the way until college, and now he's just an important part of my life and a big mentor kind of in my musical journey. And I'm just gonna talk about that experience. So a lot of the things that I learned from Victor in terms of like technique are proper breathing, supported breath. We worked a lot on my mixed voice and my mixed tone, singing through musical phrases. A lot of vocal health was really emphasized, and lowering, relaxing my larynx and all of that good stuff, as well as just kind of being a dynamic performer and musician. I mainly sing a lot of musical theater and pop, especially when I worked with Victor. We focused a lot on musical theater because that was kind of my primary interest, and it still is. So that was kind of what I would say is my main style. Yeah, I think that my lessons with Victor really kind of helped me hone not only like a great vocal technique, but also an artistry and a love of music. He's really someone that loves music and is a fantastic teacher, I think, because of his passion. And that really, really shows through. You know, I think not just with myself, but when you listen to his other students, you can really hear that and experience it. And my favorite song that I worked on in our lessons, well, I will say the first song I ever sang with Victor, I was 11 years old, and I sang I'll Stand By You by the Pretenders. I still love to sing that song, and it always kind of reminds me of that experience. We did a lot of musical theater, a lot of Barbra Streisand. I really love singing things like Don't Rain on My Parade and My Man from Funny Girl. So if I had to narrow it down, I think it would probably be like those three. Yeah, how Victor's kind of mentored me in becoming a musical artist. I mean, like in so many ways. Like I said, he really has the passion himself, so that was really inspiring to me, and it still is. And yeah, he's a great teacher and a great person, and really helped develop me into someone who loves music and loves sharing it with people.